and I'm doing this one at home today, but I have been working on quite a bit of stuff. Had some issues with painting the charger, actually painting the doors on the charger. Um, I had some reducer. I opened a new thing of reducer, and it actually separated or was separated, but didn't notice it until I sprayed the door and then cleared it. So unfortunately, tomorrow I'm going to have to go to Sherwin-Williams, exchange this gallon of reducer, and then repaint that door. So it's just a little setback, but it was just kind of unfortunate. I'll have it in the video and everything what happened, but really what happened was the reducer separated and it just caused this weird effect. Once I cleared it, it just started to kind of marbleize. So, you know, stuff happens when you paint. It's just something to be expected. But I also, tomorrow I'm going to post a video of the new van project that I got. I picked up a van, diesel van, for free over the last week. And I'm going to pick up another diesel truck for, it has a lift and wheels and stuff like that. And I'll probably end up parting that one out depending if I don't end up just fixing it, because it's a 6.4, but 6.4s, it needs a turbo is what it needs. But I should have the rest of the doors painted on the Charger this week, and I'll probably have the car and sealer. It's going to be warm this week as well, so I'm going to try to get the roof made. You know, it'll be around 60 to 70, so should be able to really have a successful attempt at doing the roof because the resin will flow out a lot easier. So just a lot of things that I'm going to be doing this week. I'm going to send some stuff off to get hot tanked over the week, and then hopefully by the end of the week I can make another video of the van and have that thing running, because I need to pull that thing off the trailer so I can pick up the other truck and just kind of go from there. So some stuff is going on, and let's see. Send the cars to the manufacturer. I don't know. What do you think is the best first car? I would say the best first car is going to be something that's going to be cheap to maintain. You know, older Hondas and older Toyotas like Camrys and stuff like that are actually pretty good cars because they never break down. So I'd probably get something that is going to be easy to drive and something that's going to be, you know, something you're not going to be maintaining all the time. You don't want to get like a WRX, a turbo WRX, or even an NA WRX or something like that, where you're going to be having all-wheel drive system issues. You're going to be having head gasket issues. I mean, you could pretty much just, you know, Toyota Camry or like a Honda Civic, you can pretty much just drive those things forever and never change oil. And usually they're never going to die. So, and then you could just kind of figure out what you're going to get, have that as like a reliable first car, and then, you know, get something cool that you want to fix up. What is up? Love your work, man. Thanks. After the car is done, then show that the car can be built. Well, obviously it can be built because the only thing that's really left to do on it is paint it. All the other stuff's going to bolt right in, which is going to be nice. So all the hard stuff is already finished, which is nice. Which is actually a relief, because to get here where I'm at now, it just, you know, it took a long time. So let's see. So why didn't you do the sunroof in carbon? I'm not a fan of sunroofs. I have a panoramic roof in my F350 and I never even open it. This car, the Charger, I wanted it to be light. I didn't want to have a bunch of stuff in it. There's no reason for a head, you know, there's no reason to have a sunroof in it or a panoramic roof, because one reason I don't like them is because on my Challenger, the headliner comes down a little bit because the sunroof stuff has to be in there, and my helmet actually, like the edge of it on the Challenger just like touches that, and it's really irritating. So with the Charger, it's not going to have any of that. The headliner is going to tuck up nice. I'm not going to have to worry about that lift for the sunroof, and that's like on all sunroof cars, and that's kind of because I'm tall as well. But there's no reason for me to have one in there. It saves on weight. It saves on, you know, the panoramic roofs like to leak. I don't have to worry about that. and then the whole roof's going to be carbon fiber. It's just going to aesthetically look better than, there's having a sunroof in there. If I did make a sunroof carbon fiber panel, I probably would have been successful the first attempt and not had to do a bunch of different variants of the roof. But at the same time, I like not having the sunroof or the panoramic roof in there. So has Dodge contacted me yet? So I almost want to make a video that's kind of like I'm the last of the SRT engineering department, because there is no SRT anymore. So they're not going to be, it seems like they're not going to be making Hellcats or Scat Packs or any of that stuff anymore, because they disband all the dudes or all the people that worked in the department. So I feel like it's going to be kind of a downhill for Dodge in the next coming years and stuff like that, because really what was pumping them up was, the Hellcats and the Trackhawks and all this stuff, because people were, really excited about them. There's a lot of media coverage, and, they were building really fast cars that anybody could buy. They're relatively cheap for the horsepower that they had, 700 horsepower. You could get a used Hellcat, like a 16 Hellcat, for like $50,000, 40 to 50, like a 15, and like the newer ones, they were a bit more expensive. But speaking price wise, they're very well for how much horsepower and what they actually do. So I think Dodge is gonna kind of lose a lot of interest, because the only next thing they could do is make an electric car, which they should have just, in my mind, they should have just took the 6.2 out of the Hellcat and the Trackhawk, twin turboed it, and then put an electric motor inside the transmission instead of the torque converter, and then had a 700 horsepower Hellcat with a 300 horsepower electric motor that was like 1,000 horsepower equivalent. So a lot of car manufacturers, I think, don't think about stuff like that. So we'll see what happens, but it's going to be kind of sad for SRT stuff in the next coming years until whatever happens. I mean, the emissions thing, it's not going to last. It's you can't electric cars because the power grid can't handle it. So until they have power grid failures and stuff like that. So we already have rolling blackouts from too many people using air conditioners. What's going to happen when, what is it? 360. Is this going to be a shop on wheels? No, it's actually going to just be, I'll probably just do a camper conversion with it. So I'm going to have the video out for it tomorrow. I got it for free. I had to the guy told me to come get it. First come, first serve, made it up there, loaded it up. I was actually as far from where I am as about 2-hour drive. It was in the middle of nowhere. So obviously nobody wanted to go drive out there and find out if the guy was going to give it to him for free. But, I took a day and did it. Actually, I took the morning and did it, and then worked on the charger the rest of the day. But yeah, I'll have the video out tomorrow. It's kind of cool. I should have it running by the end of the week, which will be nice. Just want to say I've been watching you since the summer, and I look forward to you finishing the Hellwagon. Thanks, I appreciate that. Is that new ambulance gonna be a tow rig / mobile home? Yeah, I mean, it is gonna be diesel. I want to do something to it, but I'm not gonna come out with it until, I want to get it running and driving. For one, it's a 6-liter. I have my old 6-liter 05. This is an 08 6-liter. So, and it's a reman engine. The guy said, he said it has, he thought it had like 20,000 or so miles on it. Have to get it running, see how, the head gaskets and everything are. If I have to do head gaskets, I'll do some studs. I'll probably end up doing studs anyway when I pull the, eventually I'm going to pull the cab and everything, so I could put the front diff and the lift kit and everything on it that I'm going to get. But yeah, it's just going to be like a camper. I'll probably be able to tow some stuff and just redo the interior. It's all just ambulance stuff inside. It does have this cooler inside of it that's pretty cool. It's like electric or AC powered or something like that, but it keeps like, you can put beers in it and it keeps them nice and cold. So that should be a pretty easy, fun project, which will be nice. Thanks for answering the sunroof question. No problem. Then show that it is a product, because then you can build a second generation Magnum. So I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, I don't know where Dodge is going from here. I feel like it's gonna be something, they're gonna make something that's like the new Mustang. So I think we're all in for a bunch of disappointment from a lot of car companies in the future. So I don't know. I was pretty disappointed at the new Supra. I mean, it's cool and all, but it's a BMW, and I think that's pretty much where we're going from here on out, with all the car manufacturers having to apply to all these ridiculous EPA rules and trying to pass emissions and stuff like that. So, and things that are really not achievable. You know, I worked with emissions and stuff, and having to deal with the EPA coming in testing gensets, and it was just a nightmare all the time. So it's just one of those things. Good evening, Dave. What's going on? How you doing, Dave? Hope all is well, brother. It is. Thanks. You too. You and Trevor should do a time attack battle with your built wagons when finished. That'd be cool. His car is going to be definitely a lot lighter than mine. But yeah, I think when we're finished with both our cars, we plan on doing quite a few different things. I mean, we'll probably do maybe end up doing like a competition or something. I mean, it'll be something that's fun and easy. And I mean, there's a few tracks around here that we could rent and use and stuff like that. I think it'd be pretty cool, but got to finish the cars first, which is going to be time consuming. We're getting there though. Bring the Hellcat Magnum to Dodge in Michigan. That might be a cool idea, but I'd have to have a place to store it inside, because I heard, you know, up north, Chargers and Challengers are not safe. I've heard. Actually, I've seen at the auctions. I see them all the time. Maybe you've answered this already, but would you be putting some type of clear bra on the Magnum? So I contacted a few companies last week about clear brine the car. And one thing that I never knew, so I thought for one, they want like 10 grand to do it. So it's pretty expensive to me. I could just pretty much, at 10 grand, I could just leave the car not clear brod, and, you know, in a year or so, just repaint the car. But besides that, it's, you know, for that $10,000, all they're doing is applying the clear bra, which I thought that when you had that done, they color sanded the car, did all the paint correction, then applied the clear bra. But it seems like nobody in Colorado offers that service, which is kind of, to me, in that $10,000, if I'm paying $10,000 to have clear bra put on my car, you know, I'm going to want that done. And that's what I was kind of looking for, because I really don't like buffing cars. You know, to me, it's just the most irritating thing, buffing a car. But, you know, that's why I wanted to have it done. If I'm just going to buff the car myself, I might as well just not have clear bra put on at all. So we'll see what happens, but maybe I'll do, you know, maybe I'll find someone out of state. Maybe I'll, you know, something will happen. Maybe somebody knows of a company that's going to, you know, that could do a good job and isn't too far away from Colorado. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But once I get to that point, I'll figure it out. If I'm going to polish the car myself, I might as well just order the clear bra and do the whole car myself. I mean, it's just one of those things. It sucks, but I'm not going to spend, I don't feel like it's a good deal to spend $10,000 when they're not going to color, sand, and polish the car. I mean, it's even I talked to one place in Colorado, and they said, the clear bra fills in most of the scratches and this and that. And I was like, well, I don't care if it fills in the scratches. Like, I don't want the scratches under the clear bra. So, I don't know. It just rubbed me wrong when we had the conversation I called multiple places, and I don't know. I agree with bringing it to Michigan. What's your background? How did you end up working for Dodge? I don't work for Dodge. I don't know where you got that from, but I was an engineer. So I went to college. I was an engineer for Cummins for 4 years, as in their energy solutions department. I pretty much headed that department, which I worked on gensets. It was, you worked with the engines, the alternators, pretty much the complete system. And it was throughout the whole world. So I had gensets in Australia, the UK. We had plants in the UK. I had stuff in Brazil. I mean, just all over the world. And then I had to deal with logistics and stuff like that. So then I got laid off, and I helped my friend do, build up his YouTube channel. And then I, just started focusing on my YouTube channel, which I had for a very long time. I just never really put the time and effort into it. I just made videos here and there. And then, it is what it is. We are where we are, and I'm building, fun projects. I like the cars that I build, and just try to do fun stuff when I'm not building cars. But you have to build the cars, which is kind of, some people might think it's boring in the comment section sometimes, but you can't get to the fun stuff without actually building the cars. So unless you take it to shop, and I don't trust people, so especially with my builds. Buy a camper, then Hellcat swap it. Yeah, I don't know about that. I really like the 6-liter. I mean, a lot of people hate the 6-liter Power Strokes. I never had any issues with mine. I had my other one, bought the truck from the auction. Me and Trevor fixed it. I put, quite a bit of money in it, drove the piss out of it forever until I got the 17. Then I sold it, and now I have another one. So I really do like the engine, as long as you keep up the maintenance and you delete the EGR and stuff. You're gonna be okay. But we'll see what happens with it. I have some ideas. What is the interior of the Magnum going to look like? So I wanted to do custom interior, but there's like with the clear bra stuff, there's no good shops where I'm at. In Colorado, there's literally, I haven't found, there may be one that I don't know of, but I haven't found any good upholstery shops or any of that. So I wanted to do some stuff to the interior, but until I find an upholstery shop that I can trust and that can do the stuff that I want, I'll worry about that later. I'm just going to end up putting factory, 2020 or 2019 Charger Hellcat interior. I still need to find a car at the auction. I've been looking, but I haven't found anything that I need something that's hitting the rear is what I need. But we'll kind of figure that out when the time comes. I really want the caramel color interior, which I think will go good with the frostbite blue. So let's see. Greetings, Dave. The color frostbite blue is inspired. Fantastic work. I'm working on your New Zealand citizenship. The Suzukis are very demanding. Wasn't there something going on in New Zealand like in the past week or so? I think my grandma was watching the news, and I saw something like you guys were like super locked down or something like that. But no, that'd be cool. I mean, I want to go to Russia. I want to go to New Zealand. I definitely want to go to Australia, but I want to go when I'm going to have a good time. Like right now, I mean, if you go anywhere, you're not going to have a good time. So maybe once all this crap's over, we could talk. Hi, Dave. Joe from Boston. What's going on, Joe? Dave the goat. Thanks, Andrew. Next project should be a minivan with a Hellcat engine. I actually saw that render. I've been thinking about it. I looked at a few Pacificas at the auction. I need to find something that's not gonna, because I'm gonna take everything out of it. All the drivetrain has to come out. But maybe if I did one, I'd want to do all-wheel drive. So I'd probably end up putting all the Trackhawk stuff in there, and do some wide body stuff. I mean, it's up in the air. We'll see once I'm done with the Charger where we're going with the minivan project. Insurance companies hate SRT vehicles. They are constantly getting wrecked or stolen or both. I don't know about that. They do get stolen a lot and wrecked, but I think, and like, there's plenty of Lamborghinis that get wrecked and stolen and stuff like that. And I see multiple different cars and different car manufacturers, strip cars and stuff like that, Mercedes, AMGs. I mean, if you have a car, like a nice car, most likely if somebody wants to steal it, they're going to steal it. So especially with like all the new technology where you can pretty much just catch the key codes in the air and then just jump in someone's car and drive it away like you have the key fob. But yeah, I mean, if I was an insurance company, I'd be kind of worried because just how, I don't know, it just seems like so many cars go through the auction. They're just like messed up. Change your name to Hellcat Dave. So, I have so many different projects, not just Hellcats. So I don't think that would work. I like Junkyard Dave. I mean, I haven't been working at the Junkyard lately because I've been at the body shop so long, but we'll get back over there. I mean, I do like the Junkyard. I do like the spot. I miss hanging out there because I've been at the body shop so much. It's a lot of fun, hanging out with my old boss and BSing with them. But I've just been putting so much time into getting this thing painted. So, what is your opinion on the new SRT8 Ram, and would you consider modding a truck? I don't know. I really haven't paid attention to it, but I modified my 17 F350. So pretty much anything that I have, I'm going to modify it. I'm never gonna, like my 240Z, once I go to build that and put it all together, I'm not a person to go 100% factory, and I don't know, it's just not me. So if I got something, I mean, I wouldn't mind. That'd be kind of cool. But if I get something, it's gonna get modified. Trailer the Magnum to Michigan. I mean, that's no fun. If I go anywhere with it, I think even if I take it to when I take it to SEMA, even if I take it, I'm just going to drive it there. I don't want to have to deal with parking my truck and trailer and dealing with all that stuff. I'm just going to, when you're in Vegas, you can just take all the public transportation around. So there's no big deal there. And my car is going to be inside the thing. So I don't have to worry about it getting stolen because nobody's going to steal a car when you can't get to it. So, yeah, I'm just gonna drive the car there and have some fun. I mean, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully. I mean, as long as everything's open, it'll be fun. What's up, Dave? Good job. Sis from New York. Thanks. No more SRT. What are we going to do? I feel like that is, I almost thought it was like an April Fool's joke. I mean, that's the stupidest thing Dodge could have ever done. But, corporations, I mean, most of the time, the people running them are kind of dumb. So, let's see. Just caught this. Love your attention to detail. Hi from Winnipeg. Thanks. I appreciate it. Hey, Dave from Danville, PA. What's up, Robert? What do you think about the new Jeep Cherokee L? I've never even looked at one. What's next? Yeah, the wagon is far from done, but it's a long project. Can you share any solid future YouTube projects? I have quite a few cars that are just kind of on the back burner right now. I do want to get my FD back together. What I need to do to that is I need to finish designing the intake manifold, and then I need to wire up the Haltech. So I did have a Power FC in it, old technology. I have, a Haltech Elite ECU. I just need to wire it in there, get the car retuned. And I did pull my clutch. I have a triple plate clutch in it, which kind of looks, it's not bad, but I'll just throw in a brand new one in there as well. And then get that thing back running and driving. And then I also want to get my 240 back. I need to pretty much do the whole front wrap on it, and then probably just repaint the engine bay. I don't know if I'm going to respray the whole car, but I want to get that thing up and running because I have the SR20 VVL. I want to do that camper project, which will go pretty quick. I'm not going to go super crazy on it. And like I've said before, I want to get want to do something with a Trackhawk. I also want to get a newer truck, and I need to get my truck ready. I might do a giveaway on my truck. I might do a giveaway on my Hellcat. Yeah, there's some stuff coming, but I also need to wire up my friend's Volkswagen. I don't think I've done a video about that. I need to wire that up with a standalone ECU, and just kind of go from there. But let's see. Would you ever buy or trade for a FRS with a wide body kit without fully checking it out? It's just a 6, traded 2 bikes for one, and it's a mess. So the one thing that I do not like doing is buying people's projects. I don't mind buying unfinished projects because you know that you're going to get into who knows what. But like the FD, I mean, I didn't spend too much on the FD. I spent $18,000 when I bought my FD. I think it was 3 years ago. Now a 95 RX-7 is worth, I could probably sell that car, put it back together, especially because I'm very meticulous. I don't hack job anything. The wiring's gonna be nice. When I got the car, there was a bunch of wiring issues, a bunch of just miscellaneous issues with this and that, and air core piping, and just a lot of hack job stuff. But if I sold it, I could probably get, I'd say 40 to like 45 for the car, and that's like 3 years. I mean, plus there wasn't that many 95s made. But I don't know, buying people's so-called finished projects, most of the time it's going to have hack job wiring. Most of the time, it's just going to be put together really poorly. So I don't like to buy people's complete projects because they want too much for them, and then you have to go back and fix all that work that they did, or they said they had a shop did, or they, like Trevor bought that Evo and supposedly it had a fully built engine, and then it's a blown up stock Evo engine, and he's just out the money. I mean, it's funny, people, you can't contest that or something and get your money back, because when you go pick up a car from, like, I picked the FD up from California, even though I wouldn't have been mad because I got an FD for 18 grand. But there's just so much shady stuff. You just have to kind of pay for what you think it's going to have and not what they say it's going to have, which is kind of unfortunate, because a lot of people lie about their car builds and try to get more out of stuff. So that's not always the case, but I've seen it a lot, especially with DSMs. DSM people do that a lot. Evos, Eclipses, stuff like that. Even 3000s. I mean, I've seen it, Hondas, I guess 240s now. It just kind of shifts with, how the crowd shifts, the people that are buying the cars and selling them. But it's just kind of unfortunate. I don't think you really see that with, like more expensive cars like Hellcats and stuff like that, because you kind of can tell, because if it's going to make over a certain horsepower, it's not going to make it on the stock stock pistons, but that's kind of easy to get by with like a Honda that's making like 300 horse or something and saying it has forged internals when it doesn't, or an Evo. Same thing. I mean, it's just one of those kind of things that you have to worry about. Race week 2021. So I plan on trying to get there. It depends when it is. I really do want to go. There's always two, so I might have to go to the later one instead of the earlier one, like I did last year. But man, did it say 15% power already? That's kind of lame. So my battery's running out. This phone, I might need a new phone because the battery's dying pretty quick. But yeah, I want to do race week. It just depends on the timing. So we'll see if I make the first one or if I have to make the second one. Still working on that roof. I haven't done the third attempt, but it's going to be warm this week, so I'm pretty sure I'll be successful doing it. It's I think the resin will flow out a lot quicker because it'll be warmer. Same thing with the gel coat. I think all that stuff will be a little bit easier with the warmer temps. Yo from Chicago, what's going on? Will the paint on the Magnum match since it's being painted in sections? So the only time you have to worry about paint not matching is if you don't count your coats. If you're, well, like a base metallic, you don't have to worry about counting your coats. So how you spray a base or a metallic base or any of that stuff is you pretty much spray your first couple coats and then you always dust your last coat. What that achieves is you always get the same consistent application of the metallics, so you don't have to worry about it looking different. And since I'm using everything out of the same gallon, if I was doing like a tri-coat or a candy, that mid coat, you just want to count your coats. If you're doing, one coat or two coats or however many coats you're doing, as long as you count those coats, you're going to be fine. So it seems like a lot of people in my comment section have been saying the color's not going to match. Well, I don't think I'm going to have an issue. And, it's time will tell. Once I have these doors painted and the body painted, all that stuff's going to go back on the car and I'm going to throw all the stuff together and we'll see. But I don't have any doubts that it's going to match. And I didn't have any doubts when I sprayed the stuff on the Hellcat that it was going to match because I counted my coats. And then the whole blending thing, people were talking about the paint not blending. The only time you have to blend a panel is when you match a color. Since I already have the color in the gallon, it's, and I'm stirring the gallon each time, it's consistently going to be the same color. So I don't have to worry about matching a paint because it's the same paint. So when you have to blend a panel is like on the Hellcat, like I haven't blended the doors and it's a tri-coat. I need to pretty much sand that door down, both doors, and then just, half dust in the color on both sides, and then do the same thing with the mid coat, and then clear the whole door. And then you don't see that transition because, you're pretty much just dusting that color in. So it's kind of just fading it out. So you can't see the color change. When it's just a hard line, then you can see it. It's, I haven't been painting. I mean, a lot of people have been commenting on my videos and saying that they've been painting for 30 plus years and this and that. Well, I haven't been painting that long, but I could tell you what's gonna match and not, and how things, it's just cut and dry. I mean, it's just one of those things, but we'll see. I mean, the car is going to be going together in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see if all the panels match. So, hey Dave, Audi S4 V6 or Volvo S60R V70R? I would go with the Volvo. I mean, the Audis are cool, but the issue with that generation Audi, the V6, is the engines. So, like I had an issue with that other Audi that I did, it wasn't an S4, but it still had the same timing chain setup. So I wouldn't get one of those because it was such a nightmare to redo the timing system. And most of the O-rings and stuff, Audi doesn't offer, so you can't purchase them. To me, it was just a nightmare. I got the car back together and sold it, and the people didn't have any issues with it. But I wouldn't recommend getting one of those generations of. I would get a like a B5, or like a newer one with that where the turbo's in the valley. But that generation, I'm not ever dealing with one of those again. It's just something I don't want to stress out about. Strange. It seems new cars are easier to steal than before. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if somebody wants something, they're gonna get it. What's the Mustang in the garage at the junkyard? The Mustang in the garage at the junkyard is actually sold. It's not there anymore, but it was one of the guys that used to work there, and then he passed away. So my old boss actually ended up selling it to a guy that has a bunch of Mustangs, I guess. But yeah, it's no more. It's at somebody else's project. Build a monster truck with a Hellcat motor. I don't know. Maybe eventually. I'm not really a monster truck type. I mean, it'd be cool, but maybe eventually. Also, do you still have your Volvo, and why there is not more videos about it? So I do have my old Volvo, my V70R. There isn't any other videos about it because it got hailed on, and I just really got disinterested in it after that happened. But eventually I'm gonna, I need to order the flywheel and the clutch and 6-speed swap it. But I've been, as you guys have seen, I've been super busy with the Charger. Once this paint stuff's done, I think we'll have, I say this now, but I think I'll have a lot more time to work on the fleet. I'll call it the fleet now, but because I have so many cars, I could call it a fleet. I got a 2009 Acura TSX. Do you think it's reliable? I mean, yeah, it's an Acura. When do you think you're going to finish the Magnum? It's going to happen soon. Dave equals goat. Hey Dave, when could be expected the next video on the Rampage? So I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday I'll have that video out. I plan on having the van video out tomorrow, and maybe a video out Friday. We'll see if I can get 3 out this week, but I should be able to do it. So I want to get all those, I want to finish painting the rest of the doors, and then I want to get the roof made. And once the roof's made, we can paint the body. It's getting close. And then I need to do the interior. I'm going to spray the interior after I seal the outside of the car, because it'll be easier. Sealer is a lot easier to wipe stuff off of. But you do good work. Car looks sweet. Thanks. Don't give away the Hellcat because people crash the vehicles. Yeah, I mean, I'd still do a giveaway. I mean, that's Ford giveaway. I do kind of want to give away my Ford truck. I could sell it for like $55,000, but I could also do a giveaway on it. I mean, I really don't want to make my channel like a giveaway channel, so I'd probably just like promote it through Facebook or something like that, and not even kind of connect it to it. I'd probably just like make another thing or whatever, so people aren't just, I'm not just be like, hey, buy the stuff for my giveaway. But I kind of want to give away my truck and the Hellcat. I think that'd be kind of cool, but we'll see. How's it going, Dave? Can't wait for the FD content. My favorite JDM from Mazda. Yeah, I really like driving it around. I think I'll like driving it around more when I put because I have the leather seats in it, the touring seats, I think they are, and they just sit up way too high. So I just need to get a low bracket and get the seats a little bit lower. I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable to drive when I'm not all cramped in there. Blown up. What's blown up? I missed something. What'd you miss? Hello from Japan. Enjoy your videos. Damn, someone from Japan. Tight. He did a dyno run and it made 735 wheel. Who did? Would you recommend an Edelbrock supercharger or on a SRT8 Magnum or a Hellcat engine swap? I mean, with the amount you're going to spend on the supercharger, I would rather just spend this, Hellcat swaps aren't that expensive. Who's this? Claims that the SRT team has been integrated into the company's global engineering organization and will continue to make performance vehicles for Dodge, Jeep, or so they say. I mean, that could happen. That's pretty much when I got laid off. What happened was Cummins reintegrated everything, and there's like duplicates and stuff like that. So that could happen. Who knows? But I guess time will tell, and we'll see what happens. I think having a whole SRT division is a lot better idea, because then you don't have to worry about then you don't really have to worry about, I don't know, it's more of a performance department than, it's like if Nismo was, I don't even know if Nismo's separate. I think they're separate still, but if Nismo was like Nissan was telling Nismo what to do, you can't make it that fast. It's a performance section. I don't think it'd work. Hello, what's up? What's your estimated time to be done with the Magnum? As soon as possible is the estimated time. Any extra charger bodies laying around? My 09 charger is rusted to crap. I don't have any. I've been watching every upload. Can't wait until it's done. I appreciate that. Take care. See you, Tony. Are you going to sell the Magnum? So I don't plan on selling it unless somebody offered me some ridiculous amount. And that ridiculous amount will probably have to be like over $500,000. So, because I put too much time in it to not enjoy it and not have fun with it. So I'm not going to sell it for nothing. I mean, to me, I'd rather just have, I hand built the car, and I designed a bunch of stuff for it. I'm not going to just let somebody have that and enjoy it instead of me enjoying it. I'd rather just see it in my garage every day and drive it and have fun. So, do you think you're going to take it to SEMA? So yes, it is going to SEMA. So right now, as of right now, I'm working with MagnaFlow. So we'll see what happens. Supposedly, it's too soon to figure out exactly what the logistics are going to be, but it's going to SEMA. It's going to be in MagnaFlow's booth, and I need to get it done. So it has to be done. And I don't want to be waiting until like the month before SEMA to finish like the whole car. So all I want to do is pretty much just wash it and drive it down there, and then probably wash it again, and then not have to worry. So yeah, the car is going to SEMA. If you read my comment and don't know what I'm talking about, you said Trevor's Evo is blown up. If that is the case, why is he given away? So Trevor has multiple Evos. So I was talking about that black one that he got. Hold on. Yeah, the black one that he got that was wrecked for the station wagon project. So not the giveaway Evo, the project Evo. So don't get that confused. But no, he like drives that thing every day, that giveaway Evo. So I guess not every day, but I always see him driving it. So you're way behind when I responded. Dodge without SRT is like Mercedes without AMG. I feel like whoever made the decision on the SRT thing is closely related to the finance department, and nobody cares what they think except other stupid people. Yeah, I said it. I'm not taking it back. It's true. Let's see. True Pac-Man. Ford without Shelby. BMW. Hmm. What? Oh. The mighty Dodge, Al Bundy's voice. I have a Magnaflow on my 06 SRT 300. Love the way it sounds. Yeah, I mean, they sound really good. So, plus I'm getting they're sending me the new X mod, and I'm going to modify it so it works. So, I wanted that one because it's all V-band, which is really nice. You should post and sell your spare parts on Instagram. I actually have like a spare parts thing, but I never like updated it. I've never been really contacted about anybody buying something from it. So, and I don't go on there very much. So maybe I'll post some more parts on there, but there really hasn't been too much interest. Patrick sent me $8.99 New Zealand. Hey Dave, I like that you answer questions for all. I've been over at Motion Auto, didn't even shout out a super chat. That's disappointing. I mean, I like to do my Sunday Q&As, just that's the reason I do it. So I could answer the question people ask. There's no reason, some people's questions I don't answer because they're kind of, I don't really want to talk about that or something, but I try to answer everybody's question on the Sunday Q&As. That's why I run them every week. I missed one in like the past year, but that's why I run them so people can ask me questions. I don't respond to a lot of comments in the videos because I'm working on the car. I don't have as much time to just reply to all the comments when I post a video, especially when I'm doing dailies. So I feel this is a good way, and I appreciate that people watch my channel and like the builds I do because it does help out. So, and I like building cool stuff. And, like when I saw, so I didn't really make that good of a video of it, but, I saw some subscribers. I went to a meet in Colorado Springs. I saw some subscribers. They came up to me. They were like, hey, what's up, man? I gave them both a ride in the Hellcat, ripped it around, race this other car on the highway. But, I like to do that. I mean, it's, my subscribers watch my channel. I mean, it's hard to do it for everybody, but it's, like when I see a few people and I mean, that's what I'm here for. I mean, that's why I post videos. That's why people watch them. I'm not going to go to like a meet and then just ignore people. I mean, it's just, if you see me, say what's up. I mean, I'm always down to talk to people. So, oh no, 5% power. We're running out. What made you want to redo a Magnum? So I built the first one after the Hellcat, and then I always wanted to update all the stuff in it after I put all the new interior, and that's just where we're at. So, Borla, Corsa or Borla exhaust. So I'm working with Magnaflow. So, Magnaflow exhaust. Hey Dave from Scotland, love the channel and the build. That car is a work of art. You should be very proud of yourself. Keep up the good work and can't wait to see more progress. Thanks, I appreciate it. You being a smaller channel definitely has benefits because you get to interact with more of your audience. Even, my channel has grown over the past year quite a bit, and I still think even if I got to 1 million, I'd try to interact with as many people. I'd still be doing Sunday Q&As. I'd still try to interact with as many people that I possibly could, because that's, the more people you have watching your channel, the more cool stuff you get to do. It's just giving back to those people that are watching your channel. I mean, you can't do it for everyone. I mean, like Cletus or larger channels, but it is nice when, I feel like a subscriber really feels appreciated when they're at an event and you just, shoot the shit with them. I mean, or if they see you out and you just kind of like take time out of your day or, you know, you give them like a cool, like you just like, hey, hop in my car, do a couple pulls. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Since you're doing Mopar, ever want to redo an SRT 4? I don't know. I've seen a few that were pretty cheap that I almost bought, but I'm not sure if I'd maybe, you know, it's up in the air. I always get cars. I mean, like the ambulance. I mean, I picked that thing up, never thought I'd have an ambulance. So it's just one of those things. I don't have very many exceptions. Buy a V6 Charger and Hellcat swap it, or buy a 300 and Hellcat swap. I don't know, maybe. I'll be honest, I would like to see you do something with the Z. I really want to get to work on the Z. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do. I don't really want to start the Z, like I've said before, until I, you know, like I said, I want to start either, I want to find a house with a shop, or I want to find some land and build my shop, or start the build of the shop house. Once the shop house is complete, then I want to get the Z done and work on it, because I can have all my stuff in one spot instead of, you know, having to shuffle things around and stuff like that. I really want to get it done. I really want to get that car done, but I don't want to work on it, then have to stuff it back in the container and stuff like that. So, are you still using the Gorilla emblems? I am. So that is the plan. I need to make one for the grill in the front and stuff like that. But that's the emblem for the car. How much power do I have left? Let's see. I have 4%. So I might get to an hour. We'll see. If my phone dies and, you know, it just quits, you know what happened. Also been following the whole Magnum Charger build and the Junkyard FC. This build is sick and crazy, so beautiful. Keep up the great work. So I really like the FC. I drive it every once in a while. That thing's a trooper. I can't believe, as much as I drive it, you know, I probably shouldn't say this, but I barely had any issues with it. So plus it starts up when it's like -12 outside. It like fires right up. So you know, I'm not really worried about it anymore. Let's see. Is a school bus at the junkyard? Because I'm wondering if you're going to, hold on, if you're going to fix it. Or if you're talking about the van, no, so right now my trailer, the van's on my trailer is behind my dad's barn, because he doesn't want, so they're building a house behind him, and he doesn't want them to put the support wire onto his property. He wants them to run their electricity underground. So I have my trailer with a van parked on it, because there's no way they could run that line, because it's, you know, the angle wouldn't be feasible. So yeah, it's sitting over at his place right now, but you know, it won't be on the trailer. Well, Wednesday I need to go pick up the other truck, so it'll probably be off the trailer by then. You should rally out the Mini. I don't know. You got to get a portable charger on my phone. My phone's just old. I most likely just need to get a new phone, because it really doesn't charge that fast. Come and swap the Mini. I mean, I don't know about that. That's something I probably wouldn't do. So I don't know. I was almost thinking about EVing the Mini, but we'll see about that. Well, my phone is almost out of power, and we're almost at an hour. So I'm going to end the live stream here. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. It was kind of nice doing the live stream from the house, because I've been doing it at the shop lately, and it's a lot easier to just kind of chill out and do it. So that being said, thanks for tuning in. I should have the van video up tomorrow, so check that out. I did post a video of painting the door last week. It seemed like a lot of people didn't watch it. So if you haven't watched it, it's up, and we'll just kind of go from there. But thanks for tuning in, and see you throughout the week in the videos.